Guys, the Chickens here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, very excited. We got Mr. Opdestroy on the chat, guys.
Hello, everybody. Chicken, thank you so much for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Anytime. Always welcome. Always welcome. So, what we're going to be talking about today, guys, is Warships and what we think of Season 6. Some of the issues that were, a little bit kind of everywhere. But, yeah, we're just going to talk about, the season's also kind of like coming to a close, so I want to talk about what we want to see in Season 7 and everything like that. But first, OP, where are you at in your warships currently?
Well, after dealing with the chest timer issues, I'm currently at around 22 right now.
Really? What's the problem? You're usually like one of the first guys to get to legendary.
The chest time, just you know what? Not getting my chest, man. It was discouraging to play the game when we weren't getting our chests.
Right, so, but like,
I felt like that good.
I felt like it was kind of credit, like everyone, like a lot of people weren't getting their chests, right? So it was kind of even on in some ways, because a lot of people were kind of at the same disadvantage, right? But also, it wasn't the same for everybody. I know that, but
right, yeah. We can't. I mean, it's not like known that everybody was dealing with the same way, because obviously it was really amounting to if you got rated or not,
right?
And at a lower VP, maybe you don't get rated as much, right? So it fluctuated on who it targeted, but yeah, it hurt a lot of people. I'm not saying it was just me. I'm not trying to, but it's been a discouraging, I'll just say the least.
Yeah, no, I definitely noticed this season. It sounds kind of bad, but it was kind of the same last season. There was a lot of issues and stuff too, where people were like, I'm kind of fed up, but I noticed like this season significantly, there was like a lot less people playing overall, just because of a lot of the issues that they were having. But I mean, that stuff kind of aside, they did at least they moved the barrage down in the tech tree, right? Like that was good. The artillery wasn't like the first thing that you unlocked, but I don't know. We talked about it a lot, I guess, at the beginning of the season, but I think the easiest way for them to manage that is to just make them do less damage to engine rooms, right?
Of course, yeah. But then people would argue that, well, then you're taking the amount of damage they do as opposed to what the main island barrage artillery can do, and that's not fair. You get a bunch of that. So what they need to do is maybe increase the engine room health, the HP. So it's not so easy to BART down.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea too. But then that kind of affects the balance of everything. It's not just taking care of barrage and artillery right off the bat.
Right. Well, now that we have flying troops like the heavy chopper, that's a little too overpowered, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think they need to just make. Sorry to cut you off. I think they just need to make some some simple changes, like just nerf the heavy choppers. I think the mini chopper is, it's okay. Like it does pretty good damage. It seems to have like a good amount of health. Like they're not crazy strong, they're not super weak, like they're still useful, you know what I mean? But I think just doing that and like whatever they decide to do with barrage artillery, like just do something. And like now that the chest bug seems to be gone, and we're gonna have minor issues here and there, but I think if they just did a couple little things like that, like it would really make a big difference.
Absolutely, man, and let's not forget the bombadiddles too, man. Those guys are just like you could force close your game and pretty much win with those guys. No, yeah. They need to do something with them too as well. Not necessarily nerf their damage they do, but maybe their range. Let them be in range and more things.
Yeah, that would definitely make them a lot harder to use. More like skill and less just kind of throw them out and they just kind of auto win.
Right. Now, let me ask you this, Chicken. Are you kind of sick and tired of a base race season? Like, haven't we been doing that now for 3 consecutive seasons in a row?
Yeah. I I definitely found them more fun when it was like, what was the most fun? It was like the first season, I think, when it was like Rifleman and like Crying Ears or whatever. It was just like, I don't know, and it was like an actual attack. It wasn't just like who's just, like you just said, like who's just sprinting after the engine rooms. I say that as I lose this attack, which is fitting.
Well, remember in season 1 when we had like 12 rocket launchers. Remember that?
Yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, they could also do that too, beef up the defenses, give us more to counter bombardiers and whatnot. So there's a lot of things they could do, man, because but again, you know, maybe they've got a lot of complaints and the casual player, you know, they want to be able to get their engine rooms or their chests. So they probably cater to a lot of that community, because how easy is it though, man, now to get all your engine rooms? It's a base race. It's almost like a given that you're going to take the whole base down, you know? So I feel it was a slight catering to the mass of casual players.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Just make it because so it's not like I have to do 4 battles to get my chest.
Right.
Like just get them.
And especially with players with non-instant training, I could see why they would do something like that.
Yeah,
so that's just
I don't have endless reserves right now, and I don't need it like at all.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Like it doesn't give you any advantage in warships this season.
No, it doesn't.
Because you're not really like, unless you're like really screwing up, like you're not losing any of your troops.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, with the heavy choppers, and you're running all heavy choppers. It looks like here, Russian bases, yeah. which is a meta. Yeah, which was one of the metas early on. It kind of is, but now with a little sprinkle of some rocket choppers involved. But you know, yeah, you really don't need IT because these troops are so darn stinking beefy that.
So I guess for like the rest of season 6, what is it looking like for you? Because I'm using. Like, I was using heavy choppers, like 5.3 bombers a little bit, but I found just using straight all heavy choppers was still, like, you know, there's some bases in between that are better for, like, using bombers and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's been all heavy choppers. Have you found anything different? You're a little bit higher ranked than me, so maybe...
Right. Well, I'm, like, seriously, I think maybe today or tomorrow, I'll have Seekers unlocked, bro. Oh. And the word around the block now is 4 heavy choppers, 4 seekers doing carnage, like in less than a minute to a 70R base, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What about the rocket choppers? Are they worth upgrading at all?
Well, I did unlock. Well, you have to unlock if you want to get by. Yeah, I did max out my rocket choppers, and I've been using those and getting some wins. So a lot of people were running like 5 heavy choppers, 3 rocket, and they would just rush and then just keep rushing because heavies would spit out of the heavy choppers, and so it would distract them.
Okay. So do you think we should max them out right now?
You know what, man? It's hard to say. It just all I could say to you is just now that the chest timers are working, continue to get your chests and rank and upgrade your tech along and get to the seekers, get to that 6th ER I see right there, man.
Yeah, we're getting close to it now. We just unlocked critters and we maxed out our troop health. So that's basically all like I would say the necessary upgrades that we need to do. Everything else is kind of,
sure. And your barrage is maxed, right there it is.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So yeah, now that you went critter out, you definitely see what I did on this part here. I unlocked the rocket chopper, then I went directly down to the troop damage and got that, and then I went right over to that that purple node with the amplifier.
Yep.
Got that. Then I went to Everspark and then over to the next DR. And then down from there, I went to the GB because critters are useful.
Yeah,
I like critters.
There,
But it's nice to have Everspark as a hero because she poops out critters, and it helps distract. So I use her instead of Kavan now with my heavy chopper.
Oh, okay.
Rushes.
I still use Brick. Like, I don't know.
Brick. No. You did a good thing. I still need to unlock Brick. Brick isn't part of the meta. She's up there with the 4 seekers, 4 heavy choppers.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Because the battle orders really helps them kick into high gear on that one. So that's a good.
If they don't spread out their shock launchers and put them somewhere stupid, and you can get a couple battle orders off, it could save you like 10 seconds. So it's definitely worth having sometimes.
Is your Brick maxed, or do you just have her unlocked?
No, she's just level 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's all you pretty much need, dude.
Yeah, I don't think it makes a huge difference.
And her mustache will take it from there, I'm just kidding. We just joke about that. We just play with it. But no, so you know what? I'll tell you. These bases here. Have you ever? I don't know if you know who Donnie DK is, but he's he was a viewer on my stream where he created this for this base specifically.
Oh yeah.
Where you use You use 6 heavy choppas, a boat of heavies, and a boat of bombadiddles.
Oh,
And you deploy on the right side of the ramp, and you flare to that far right ER in the corner there.
Yep.
On your heavy choppas only, you keep your heavies and your bombardiers in the boat. And then you flare to that one where you're on right now. You flare from that right one to that top one. And then you finally let your troops out at the bottom left for that left ER at the very bottom. And you let your heavies and bombardiers out and flare that ER. And then your heavy choppas and all your heavies start coming towards that.
Oh, I see, because they're already like walking towards that kind of.
Yeah. And by the time they're out of there, you flare that one in the middle, right? That was there.
Yep.
And then you BART out the far right on the right. You BART it out with your barrage artillery, and you do it like in a minute. It's pretty quick.
I don't know. The
but you look at that.
Seems to be pretty good. We beat him by 1 second.
I know. I'm clucking and ducking right there. That was amazing. But no.
Always. So yeah, I think that's that's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on. So where would you like, I guess, the kind of closing thoughts? Where would you like to see, like, what changes, I guess, aside the ones that we already said, would you like to see for season 7? Because I think for the most part, like just the stuff that we said, I think that would be pretty good.
Sure.
But was there anything else, like other changes you wanted to see or like hope to see?
I'm still pushing, my friend. I know people might not like this to hear this. One season, don't even put barrage and artillery in the tree. Like just leave it out.
Okay with that for sure.
I mean, you got grenadiers to splash mines and whatnot. You got, if you want to use them. But I would like the team to not include barrage artillery for one season to see how that flies. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, just to see how it goes. Wow, this is crazy. Look at the top base.
Is this 7ER here? This is 7ER?
Yeah.
No, or 6. It probably is it 6?
No, he's got one in the corner here.
3, 4. Yeah, 6. No, 7.
7 OP.
Dang it, dude. See, now this is a secret. This would now just really quick. Yep. If you look on how to maybe do this one, they would drop 4 heavy choppas down at the bottom right on the left.
Okay.
And then they would flare to the machine gun because that tears up seekers, right? So they would flare that, and then they would begin to move over to the one on the far left, way up there. So your seekers would do that, and all you'd have picking them would be cannons, and they would rush to that one, and then you would BART the one next to that laser out so they don't go to that one, and then you flare over to the rock. So you basically are using your heavy choppas and heavies to distract while your critters are just seeking carnage on the ERs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting looking base.
Yeah. And look at, he has a sky shield up there at the top left.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
This is global number 1, right?
Yep.
Dang.
He's only a legendary 3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they did a good job stopping people from getting legendary 10 so quickly with the locks.
Well, we got it pretty quick at the beginning of the season.
We did, man. Wouldn't that feel good? Didn't that feel good?
Yeah, it was great. Does it stay in your profile? I guess not, eh? Because they reset everything?
It was a reset on that, man. So,
yeah. That would have been nice.
But yeah, man, you're doing good, man. 19, you're doing great. You're just you're hop jumping to skip away from 20.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slog, but I'm hoping to push. Put some time into pushing once we get a little bit further in the tech tree, and hopefully that never seems to work out. But
can I ask the chicken really quick? What's your goal? Where do you want to end this season?
I need to get to legendary because we didn't get it last season. And last season we had the excuse of the bugs, but now that they fixed them, there's no excuse.
Right. Well, I mean, there's no excuse, but Supercell, can you please give me back my 30 chests you took from me, or give me? No, but
that would definitely help.
For sure. Yeah, that's my goal too, my friend. Is legendary. I'm 20. I'm under.
Call it from there.
I just want to hit legendary, and I'm
quite
good.
a ways to go in 6 days.
Sure, absolutely, but. Yeah, man. Well, it's looking good. Good job on your progress so far.
Yeah, we're getting there. So, OP, thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. And guys, as always, make sure to subscribe to OP. There's no shish kebabber this season, so we have to we got to get the good info out to you somehow. But he'll be back next season. And yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one. Guys, check it out. Back.